that's out there that says that Serhii Bohachuk, who just fought Virgil Ortiz, and Israil Madrimov, who just fought Terrence Crawford, could actually be fighting each other on a Fury Usyk 2 undercard, which is not for undisputed, because Usyk gave up the IBF title. He was going to get stripped, but he gave it up for Joshua and Du Bois to fight each other. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's a good fight. They both was talked about as possible opponents for Jaron Boots. I mean, some fans say they would like to see both of them fight Terrence Crawford. Madrimov again and Bohachuk. A lot of people feel like he beat Virgil Ortiz. I felt like he beat Virgil Ortiz. But nonetheless, Virgil told him no rematch, and that's a really good fight. I mean, at one point, it was hard to get two of them Eastern European fighters in a ring with each other, because it always turned out to be life or death. Not saying that ain't their mentality to begin with, but it smell like weed. But they mentality, when they get in there with each other, they don't like to lose to each other. I remember back in the day when Matt Korobov, I think he had beat Jose Uzatagi, and he was gunning. I believe he was gunning for a Triple G fight, and then he got upset, I believe, by Andy Lee. And Triple G ended up fighting Sergey Derevyanchenko. And you see why he really didn't want to fight Derevyanchenko, and his own made him fight him. That's a fight a lot of people thought Derevyanchenko won. That was a real dog fight. So when they in the blender with each other, them Eastern Europeans, dog, it's a sight to see. They know all they tricks of the trade. Bigger, smaller, they all train and spar with each other. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, they starting to become, more technically sound than most other groups in boxing. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, man. They getting up there, and a lot of the teachings in America is going right over there to them. But nonetheless, that's a good fight. That's a fight that's worthy. Just if you take the names off of it, it's worthy of them getting into the ring as a main event. So I don't know how that came about. I don't know if it's something that Turkey Al-Sheikh threw out there and say that's something that needed to happen, or is it something that they both came to the conclusion they want to fight each other. But that's a tough fight. Both of them coming off losses. Some people consider both of the losses controversial. I don't consider them controversial, but damn, she was thick as hell walking up the street. You don't see too many thick ass sisters walking up this street. But that's a good fight, man, because you gonna actually probably see Madrimov be more aggressive again. Because Bohachuk, he don't care. Even though he got knocked out by Brandon Adams, he didn't care what Virgil Ortiz brought to the kitchen. I thought Virgil Ortiz packed too much of a punch for Bohachuk, whatever his name is. I thought he packed too much of a punch for him. But honestly, I was dead wrong on that. I thought his punch was too much for him. But honestly, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. So, quite frankly, they gonna fight. So Madrimov, I think you'll see a more aggressive Madrimov versus Serhii Bohachuk. I think you'll see the Bohachuk that I've seen on film and I've seen in there with Virgil Ortiz is a guy that's gonna continue to go in there and throw punches. I think that's what you're gonna see, a guy that's gonna continue to go in there and throw punches and be aggressive. So, I think that's a hell of a matchup. And hopefully it's the co-main event. So, I think a lot of people looking at the Joshua Du Bois card as subpar. The Vivo Usyk card, they're looking at it as subpar. Got a lot of names on there, but not a lot of guys in interesting fights that you want to see. But sometimes you can't measure a fight by names. We've seen that a lot today. But I think this being on a Fury Usyk 2 undercard, I think this make them cards one of the ones that you got to see, because that's gonna be That's gonna be a fantastic fight. That's gonna be a fantastic fight. That's gonna be a fantastic. I mean, I can't say nobody gonna get knocked out, but when Madrimov, he threw a lot of tricky overhand lefts and rights, and he got a sneaky uppercut. And Terrence Crawford, man, to his credit, he defended those shots well. And I think, Virgil Ortiz don't have as many tricky shots as Madrimov do, but he got raw power, explosive power. So, he dealt with more speed with Virgil Ortiz and Brandon Adams. He dealt with more of the athleticism. When Madrimov, it's more about the box in the hand. It's more about David Copperfield. It's more about he's more of a musician, or he's great at hiding his punches. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Bohachuk might get slept in this fight if he too defensive, irresponsible. He might get slept in this fight. He might get slept. So, but then again, hey, Madrimov kind of get tired too, and that might be one of the reasons why he was pacing himself versus Bud, because his mouth would get open and he'd get tired as well too. When you in them championship level fights, the pressure is on. So that might be another reason why he was kind of probably pacing himself versus Bud. But when Bud was engaging with him, Bud was hurting him. So obviously, Bohachuk, he got an opportunity to hurt Madrimov too. I just don't see how this fight missed. You don't get these type of fights, dudes coming off losses. So they'll let you know that they both believe that they won their last fight. That's what they tell you. They let you know that they both believe they won their last fight. That's exactly what it tells you, that they both believe that they won their last fight. So, going in this type of tough fight, no belt on the line, and maybe they was promised a title shot. The winner of them versus Bud, that'd be nice. The winner versus Fondora, Errol Spence, whatever happened there, Fondora, Bud, we don't know. We'll probably know after Saturday. Or the winner between Tim Tszyu and Background Montevelli, whatever his name is. So, yeah, to me, it's looking like an A1 play. The division heating up. I think the winner definitely deserves a title shot versus somebody. So, I mean, that's a hell of a fight that Turkey put in rotation, to be real. If we get done. That's a hell of a fight. So, me personally, I probably just side with Madrimov to win the fight, but it definitely can go the other way. It definitely can go the other way. So that'll be one of the better fights that they produced on the undercard, they last few undercard. I don't know if he got another show. I know Eddie said he was teasing another show. Another big championship fight in November, not named Boots. So yeah, if that's the case, man, Matchroom the zone, Matchroom, Rehab season is where it's at. It's where it's at. So yeah, that's where it's at. But yeah, I think quite frankly, I think that I favor Madrimov to win that fight. Hopefully he get back in the mix. Maybe Crawford should. If Crawford ain't got nobody else to fight, maybe Crawford should fight him. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But if he come through versus Serhii Bohachuk, maybe it make a lot of sense for Crawford to get in there and fight him again. So, but like I said before, this is one of the ones. I think somebody get knocked out. But if, like I said before, it might just be a modern day classic, like we have with Triple G and Derevchenko. Usually when them Eastern Europeans get in there with each other, it's a sight to see. Yeah, it's a real sight to see. When they in there with each other, it's a real sight to see. So, yeah, man, I look forward to it, man. I think all the fans will be in for a treat. Probably gonna be the cold main event. But, you know, honestly, B1 better BF is obviously the co-main event versus on the Secure Cordina undercard. So, you know, I mean, that shit crazy once you think about it. But my damn plastic on the bottom of my car. But yeah, but you think about it, yeah. But yeah, I look forward to it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check out the Patreon. Peace.